Hi guys, welcome to the channel. My name is Claire, this is Polly Put the Petal On, and today I'm going to be doing a Poundland DIY. I did say I was going to come back with a Poundland DIY, and that's exactly what we're going to do, but with another couple of ideas as well. And then after that we'll have a little chat. So if anybody's here just for the DIY, that's perfectly fine, and then I'll go off and I won't go off, I'll stay on and have a little chat with anybody that wants to stay for that. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to turn this, no, bear with, I'm going to turn this into this. Now this is a wax candle, and this is, I showed you this a few videos back. You know, this is what, for anybody that's, I'm just doing a recap for anybody that is recent to the channel. I did this to go in a hurricane vase that had broken, and I literally did it to match the hurricane vase that I had recovered. It was a broken vase, I'll show you. It was a broken vase. I broke the stem off it. By accident it fell off down my petal shed, and then, you know, I used a Poundland candle holder, glued the base inside, put some rope, jute rope round it, and of course there's jute there, so I thought, well, I need, for the candle to go inside, I need it to be, you know, to be cohesive. So this is how, you know, that came about. I had also made a bee skep. Let me show you that, because I've got that in my playlist too. I had also been using jute anyway, because I made this bee skep back in spring, and I'm quite liking this look, because I will be changing my living room up, and these are the types of things that I want in it. So this time, rather than, I bought these Poundland wax candles the other week on my Poundland haul, but I'm not going to use these today. What I'm going to use, because they will be for decoration only, because you've got jute round it, I'm not going to light them candles, that they are decorative. So I thought, right, well, I've got these in my stash, which are again are from Poundland, flickering candles, flickering pillar candles, pound. So I thought, well, I'll be able to use these, and I've got plenty of these in my stash, so I thought, let's go for it. Also to the table, and just to give you some other ideas as well, so we're going to be using Poundland jute. Now I think that's very, very thin, that gauge, whereas I got this big roll for £3.99 from B&M's. Now, am I cheating to call it a Poundland DIY if I don't use this? But it is, there is such a difference in the so there's a little tip for you. There is such a difference in the gauge of those two. So I actually might use the B&M one. But this is Poundland. You can use Poundland one. And then you can add to it whatever you like. I picked up these buttons, £2.29 off eBay. There's a bag of 50, you know, for that detail there. There's a bag of 50 in there. I already had that wooden button, you know, in my button box, but I hadn't got any more wooden. So I ordered these, £2.29, free postage and package. Did I say three? £2.29 for a bag of mixed buttons, wooden buttons. There's large, there's small, there's stars, there's hearts. They're just lovely, I think. Free postage and package, and you know, I can't even think, it'd be like 0.04 something. It would be negligible, so really, really inexpensive. If you wanted to put a different detail on, I've also got these. Got these off AliExpress. I've got little bows, little jute bows. I've got little jute flowers because I like shabby look. I like shabby chic. So these come in a pack, just little something different. You can use whatever you like. If you were going for a beach theme, because jute works well for a beach theme, you know, in your bathroom or something like that, you could use a little shell. You know, you could put a little shell, glue a little shell on it so that it looks like that. Sorry, seem to have got a runny nose. You can use whatever you like, guys. If you wanted to put a little piece of lavender, you know, a little sprig of lavender, or a couple of 3 sprigs of lavender, a little flower board or something like that, you can put on your detail is entirely up to you. I'm just giving you an idea, really. I also have these from Poundland. Now this is very dusty. It's been in my petal shed. These I got from Poundland a long time ago, and I mean a great number of years ago. So I'm thinking now that I might spray these, because I don't want the silver. I'm having gold, I'm having whites, creams, golds, jutes, baskets, that type of thing in my new living room next year. So, you know, I'm thinking I might spray this up and do this. You could also do, you know, you don't have to have these candles. This is a coffee jar. You could also do your twine all the way around the coffee jar. I mean, it's not going to be for a candle, obviously, but it could be for a nice little pot, you know, with could be a toothbrush holder with your, if you're doing a beach theme in your bathroom. It could be just a little pen holder, you know, with a little pattern on, or again, you've got your buttons. You could do buttons all the way down, you know, 3 buttons going down. Oh, I can still smell the coffee in that. This one is literally a tiny yogurt pot from Aldi's. You know, the yogurt's gone, but I saved it because I like the shape of the jar, so I'm definitely going to do something with this and use it as a bud vase, you know, for tiny little flowers. And again, you can dress this how you want it. You can keep it as glass and then just add the jute to it, with a tiny little button and a little bow or something. The possibilities are endless here. And I'm going to town with it. I really am. So let's get started. Am I a cheat, guys, if I use this thicker jute? Because I'm trying to go for speed as well, as opposed to this. You really can tell the difference, can't you, guys? So we're going with this plastic Poundland flickering LED. I don't think it's LED, really. Flickering candle. So then it can be used, and it's not just for decoration. But I will be doing these. We're not going to do all those today. We're 8 minutes in already. I will be doing those, and I'll be doing these little bud vases that I've got, which are down. I've got 3, I think, in total. I might even have more than that. And I will be doing this little jar. So like I say, the possibilities are endless. Whatever theme you like, you know, just use that as your centre. I did have raffia as well, but I've run out of raffia. But I've only got this bit left, so I'm not going to let it put me off. And the raffia on eBay is from China, so you've got to wait for it, and it's more expensive than Hobbycraft, but I'm not going there, so not at the moment anyway. But yeah, you can use your raffia to give it that different dimension, you know, and you've added that contrast to it. So yeah, so let's get cracking. They're so nice, these. I think I'm quite addicted to them. What I will say is, when you are using the wax, the hot glue doesn't really adhere to the wax because the glue's hot and the wax melts. Do you know what I mean? So it's quite a slippy situation. So all I did really was I went round and then I kind of tied it onto itself, if you know what I mean. Nothing like this, because that's not very neat at all. But anyway, I'm going to tip you down and we'll get started. I may have to put you on time lapse, guys. I know you've got a bit of a glare there as well. I may have to put you on time lapse because and we want to mind our fingers with this hot glue as well. But once that's set, you make a start, and all you're going to do, and it's literally as simple as this. And you might be thinking, yeah, that is really ridiculously simple, and it is. But I'm just here to give you some ideas, and you want to get it as neat as possible, of course you do. And then just spin it round, but make sure every so often you go and you push it, because you're going on top of the other, not on top, but do you know what I mean? And can you see I've got gaps? So you want to make sure that you do go and push it down some of the way. So that it's stacked on top of each other, really nice and neat, and you've got no gaps. But it's a great little DIY. It looks as if like you've gone in one of those beautiful boutiques and bought it. That's what I think anyway. You know, for a lot more than, well, what are we? We're £2 at the moment. It'll be £2 and, I don't know, £2 and a penny. And you've got your glue, and if you want to split hairs, you can count your electric. Do you know what I mean? But you can see it is so easy to do. And then I'm going to put a little dab of glue just to secure that part. Not that I need to, but you know, it all helps, doesn't it? Because that's all you're doing. It's just winding it round and making sure it's stacked. And then every now and then just stop and secure it a little bit. It's round and round, and I don't know how far to go with it, how far up to go, so I'll just keep going until, because I do like that one where it's got it at the bottom, and then, but these aren't so tall as that, so I will gauge it, I'll eyeball it and see. But it's a great little craft, this, with a stunning result. I think we're nearly at the point where I'll stop, guys. Yeah, I think I'm happy there. What do you think, guys? I'm happy there, and then maybe put just a little tiny one around the top there. So let me find where I've blobbed the glue before, which is there. So I will blob the glue again, and that will be the back of my candle. Just a tiny little bit, and then I'll just get some scissors. I hope you're all really well, guys, and that you've had a lovely weekend. We had my son's 18th, as you know. I'll tell you about that in a bit when we stop for a chat. So there we go. just that at the bottom. And if you think it's lopsided, then push it down and just get it to you know, how you want it. And then I think we'll just go. So look at your candle or whatever vessel you've got. You want it to be in proportion. So you've got that there. We're going to go smaller in width, and we're going to go, I think, up to here. And that's where we're going to start. So get to the back of your candle again. Yeah. Just a tiny blob. Get it in place. And begin it again. So just let me work some of that off that. This isn't looking quite as neat, so I am going to have to it's got a little gap in it for some reason, I'm not sure why. Anyway, I'm going to go round one more time, get to the back, little blob of glue, and stop. You see, it won't really be the back because I will put the button there and put the button there, so you've got no back at all. Best sides all round. So just go round and push your twine together so that there's no gaps. And so you've got this. There you go. And then, guys, it's as simple as getting your little buttons, making a tiny bow. So I think I'm just going to have one button here. No, I'm going to have the bow there. So you're just making a little bow. And all you're doing is going back on yourself each time. Snip it. Another piece of jute. And then go through and secure it. There's a bee in here. No, there isn't. There's a fly in here, guys. Downside to summer. And then you've secured it. I'll just do one more little knot. There you go. Cut that off. You don't have to cut it off. I didn't use enough length because otherwise I'd have had two tails. Blob of glue where your starting and finishing point was. Blob of glue. And glue that on. And then you want I need to find myself a nice little button. So honestly, I've got some really cute buttons here. I think I'm going to save the hearts. Can you see the little hearts? I'm going to save those for those real wax ones because I'll not use them. So let's see. They're gorgeous, these, look. You've got little patterns on them. You've got little hearts. You've got little stars. You've got handmade with love. Little flowers. Whoops. Little checkerboard. They're so nice. And for £2.29. So, I don't really want a massive button, guys. But I do want two that match. And I think that's quite nice. Quite nice. However, how about one down there as well? Might put one down here as well, guys. I'm going to see. So I've got, there is two matching ones there, or I could put a lighter one. There is two lighter ones. Don't want to use my best ones. I want to save the best ones for the wax. Let's see. I'm going to use that one actually. Then just blob your glue and put it in the centre of your little bow, and there you go, you've got your candle, which is really quite nice and decorative. And if you've got any little blobs of glue, like I've got a tiny bit there, you can pick that off, guys. So they're really quite nice, aren't they, guys? What do you think about this now? Shall I put another button on the bottom? Yeah, I like it actually. Yeah, I think I will. And it doesn't matter because if I don't like it, I'll take it off. But you know, I like to involve you. I like to involve you because you do get involved and I really appreciate it. So, oh yeah, and I left the sign off that wreath, guys. My lemon wreath. Of course I did. It didn't match the ribbon and the ribbon spoke for itself. So the sign's off. However, I love the sign, so that will be incorporated, is that the right word? Into another DIY somewhere further down the line. What do you think of that, guys? Simple as that. And there you go. Cute. So that was a Poundland candle. Okay, I've cheated because that jute was thicker than this jute, but this is Poundland jute, so you can use that. I think you get 4 of those in a pack. And actually they're 2 different colours, 2 different tones, not massive, but yeah. So yeah, Poundland candle. You got those little buttons that are totally inexpensive off eBay, £2.29 for 50. Jute string and a tiny blob of glue, and that is my Poundland DIY. And like I say, you can go with a shell, you know, you could put a shell there. I know that's the only shell. Well, I've got a big bag of these. You could put, you know, let me turn it round so you can see the undecorated side. You could put, maybe that's a little bit too big. You know, especially on this can job, all you've got to do is use Poundland spray, car spray, spray it white or whatever colour you want it to be, because black and jute goes nice, you know, really nice black and jute. I really like it. It makes the jute pop. You know, you could put a little a little shabby flower, Hessian flower on. You could use the jar. Obviously I'll use a small button for the jar, but the possibilities are endless with this jute, and it's so cheap. That was only £3. That big roll was only £3 from B&M's. That was £1 for 4 rolls, but you got 2 green, two natural. And like I say, you can use coffee jars. I'm going to use these bud vases. I'm going to use this yogurt pot. It goes on and on. Possibilities, or even if you've got something, I'll show you. Even if you've got something like that, which is what I got off the car boot for £1, you know, spray it or don't spray it, but you can put your jute on it, you can put a button on it, you can just dress it how you want to. And I think they're great little, because they are really lovely. I'll show you, for those who are just visiting or who have just joined, you know, that is, I'm super happy with that. And that's just Poundland, the candle I'd got rolling around in the cupboard, the jute, and I had this off my B-skep, and I am going to put a button on there and see what it looks like. But yeah, so you can get really nice decorative items, can't you, for next to nothing. I think the most you spend on it is your time, and that's it, and that is a fact. So yeah, I'm happy with that one, and I'll do a so I'll keep those buttons there because I'll do another one. So that's it for the DIY, guys. So I'll just give you a little update on my son's birthday. So if you were just joining and you know, you're not sticking around, if you wouldn't mind giving me a thumbs up on the way out, I would really appreciate that. So thank you very much. But to anybody that is interested, yeah, so we had the weekend, we had my son's 18th barbecue, and it was a great success. It really was. It's just that the day before before his birthday, the day before his birthday was the 6-month milestone of losing our Donna, so I wasn't in a great place. Plus I was suffering fibromyalgia, fatigue for that week, and yeah, I've been pretty rotten since. So today, when I woke up and I thought, right, you know, you've had a good night's sleep, and I was feeling a little, I mean, I know I don't look 100%, but I was feeling a little bit brighter than I have been, shall we say, you know, with Donna and fibromyalgia, that I thought, well, I'm going to come on and do this video, because I've not been back in real time, because I did 2 films last Monday that went out last week, and then I filmed on Friday that went out last night. So this is real time now, it's Tuesday, and yeah, so I've been out really for that amount of time. But the barbecue was a great success, and he really enjoyed himself. It was really, really lovely to see that. And his friends are also lovely as well, you know, they're great characters. And so it was fun getting to know those. Because I've seen them while they've been little, but then for some reason teenagers, or my teenagers, tend to keep, well, actually, no, my daughter doesn't, but my son does, tend to keep the family and friends separate. But hopefully now, you know, he won't. And we had a great time. That Costco haul that I did yesterday on the video, you know, those cakes, that cake was really quite sweet. I think it's got Cool Whip cream in it, and it made it quite sweet, so quite rich. Not at all like the individual Victoria sponge, because that's fresh cream. I mean, it was still nice, don't get me wrong, but it was, for me, it was quite sweet. The cookies, well, that was a little bit of a fiasco. I had to hide some on a plate under cellophane in a cupboard just so I could get one. And my daughter too. She was in fact, she hid them full stop. The brownies were gone in a millisecond. Really, honestly, they were just gone. And there was quite a tub of those, you know. So they all went down well. And I'm just going to let you know about that washing powder, guys. That washing powder is absolutely fabulous. I haven't got a problem with it at all. I've used it all yesterday. I had about 4 loads, and lo and behold, I've got some more loads. So I'm using it today, and I'm going to do my bedding in it tomorrow. So yeah, I've got no problems with that whatsoever. It's fabulous stuff. But what I really need to do is read on the things, because it said something about oil, didn't it? So I'm going to read it, and I'll let you know about that. But for 4p a wash, it's absolutely ideal. And you've got your little measuring scoop inside it. It's got a plastic lid that's hinged that you lift up. Get your scoop out, put it in your drawer, and push it back down, and it's sealed, so it's airtight. With your the plastic hinged lid, which is fabulous. You're not going to lose the lid, because the lid doesn't come off, if you know what I mean. It's just hinged. So I'm really, really happy with that. And that's it for this one, folks. So I should be back. It's Tuesday today. Thursday or Friday I will come back. I was going to do a wreath for my front door, a grapevine strawberry wreath. I've got the ribbon. I've got some beautiful ribbon, strawberry ribbon, and I've got some, obviously, strawberries and stuff. So that's what I'm going to be doing on Thursday or Friday. If anything throws me a curveball, you know, but that will definitely be coming at some point. So I hope you enjoyed this one, and I hope you've been able to get something out of it, and that you, pardon me, I've got a bit of a frog. And, you know, it can cost as little as your jute string, do you know what I mean, and a blob of glue, because that's a yogurt pot, you know, that's a coffee tin. But the other thing is, that's £1. I'm wondering about that now. You've got these are £1. And so, you know, your buttons are £2.29 for a bag of 50 off eBay. They're absolutely lovely, these buttons, guys. Can't get over them. Blow my socks off. And what else? You know, I'm just holding these things up to you now, because I've forgotten where I was up to. But you know, these I had a big one. That's what I made the bee skep out of, with jute, winding it round, and they're just, can you see, they've been in the garden, so I couldn't get all that off. But I'm even thinking now, I might get some kind of cleaner on that, or spray them, and I might jute the centre with a button and stuff, and be able to use it as a candle holder, because I've got two, look. I've got two. They're different sizes. I don't think I want to make another bee skep now. Now I've moved on to this craft, you know. So, because I've got one bee skep, and incidentally, you know, I put it on the barbecue table, and my son snuck it off. So offensive. He snuck it off, and he hid it behind the storage tub. I said, where's that bee skep gone? I've moved it. I said, that's really offensive to me. I hand make them. I said, I hand make them, and that's really offensive. And he did apologise, but he didn't put it back on the table. He's a teenage boy, so he perhaps didn't want a fancy bee skep on there, did he? I'll use it for one of my barbecues. So that's it for this one, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all either Thursday or Friday. Take care. Bye.